Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode on the KaoshKraft server. Today we are going to be working on our skeleton farm again, but this time we're finishing it off. We're going to finish off every single little bit that we need to get done for this thing to be fully operational, and eventually we'll obviously add in a tunnel. That's not going to be done today, but today we will definitely have it working and ready to go. And in fact, we're actually doing this a little bit differently to what we've done in our single player world, because some of you guys who follow both series will know that we've just built one of these in our single player world, and I didn't show much of it on camera purely because I was going to do a little bit more over here so that you guys can actually go check it out. And just as we are starting, Box joined. Let's say hello to Box. Hey Box. There we go. And at the same time. Perfect. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go and show you exactly what I have done, which hasn't been too much, but it has been something. And what we are going to be doing. So let's get up here. Is this the right place? It is the right place. So I've got a little bit of a thing. There's DT Minecrafter. We'll say hello to DT Minecrafter. Hey, there we go. They don't know I'm recording. Let's check who's on right now. So we've got Box of Candies, who apparently is completely out of connection, but I'm sure that'll fix itself soon enough. DT Minecrafter and Columbia17. So I think it's Columbia. Yes, Columbia17. For those of you guys who might be joining us this late in the series, already I think episode 10, if you guys haven't watched the first few episodes and haven't seen me say this 100,000 times, if you guys want to come and check out what we're doing on the server here, you can actually spectate just like DT Minecrafter and Columbia17. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you my new little design that I've got for killing these things. This is an old school idea. I don't know how I've done it, if I've implemented the same way that it used to be implemented. But this is the whole idea of suffocating the mobs in blocks. Oh, that's so cool. I like to see that. I like to see... The whole reason we did this, actually, is because we wanted spectators to see this all look good. And I'm What? How is it spawning? It wasn't spawning anything before. Okay, I'm not even going to question that. But yeah, that's awesome, because all I want is, I want this to look good for you guys when you guys hop on. Oh, man. And you know what? That guy's actually going to come up here. I'll have to show you what's gone on over there. Let's check. How far away is he? Yeah, I can't see anything. All right, so I'll have to show you. I've done a few changes to the little path at the bottom there. And what we're going to do here is we're going to have this come up. We're going to have the skeletons drop down. And we're going to just kill them after we've got them down to pretty much 1 or 2 hits. I couldn't get it to work on 2 hits in a creative world, but because, I mean, I was testing it in creative. But we are going to check if we can get it to work that way in this world. And if you guys have got any tips or anything, let me know, because I really am out of ideas for this thing. Let's just make something that we know we won't mistakenly dig up. So we'll make these stone. I like to do it normally with the straight up just stone brick slab, or stone slab, sorry. That's not going to work. I don't know what happened to that skeleton. That makes me wonder whether or not my idea is going to work. Wait. Made you a cheaper sorting system as a tutorial in your comments in the video. Okay, cool. Well, I'll have to check that out. But yeah, let me just finish this off, and I'll reply to whoever, that was DT or whoever's going to get back to me. I'm sure there's probably is anyone else. Nah, Columbia doesn't seem to be talking too much, but what we're going to do here is we're going to show you exactly what's going on. So we'll have a little button here, or maybe over here. I think that might actually be the spot we want the button. We'll have a bit of a repeater, or not even a bit of a repeater, a repeater. Do we need a repeater? We do need a repeater, because they are going to be dropping down there. No, I'm going crazy. All right, let me get rid of that. Perfect. So basically, let me just think for a second. We need that there. We'll need this here. So when the skeleton's standing, this will come in and suffocate it. We're going to suffocate it with a block so it looks a little bit nicer. And we don't see the piston head sticking out. So we'll do that. And we'll have to put it back over there. So piston in over there. We'll put a block in here eventually. So do we have that? We do. That will have to go around there, and we'll have to put some comparators. So I worked out that we'll need 8 comparators. So 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. And what these comparators here are doing is they're going to make the pulse a little bit longer than it was before. So we're going to do a pulse extender here. And for those of you guys who might not know how this works, I recommend just Googling it and finding a really good video, because I am not going to be able to explain it to you. Well, I could explain it to you. Actually, it's very easy, but I mean, it's not a tutorial. Basically, when this comes in, these comparators take a little bit longer to send the signal through, so it'll just keep going at 1 signal strength. This will drop it down 1 signal strength. So we'll start at 15, go to 14, 13, 12, and it just takes a bit of time over here until it gets to 0. In which case, this will be powered that entire time, and we will have the skeletons dying. So let's actually just show you guys how it works more or less. We can make ourselves a button. Drop those there, who cares? We'll do that, alright? So we'll push this button, and we should see that extend, and you'll see that those stay extended. You can see that will eventually just go a little bit lighter. You can see it slowly going off, and it'll be a few seconds, and the piston should retract. There we go. Very simple, very easy thing to do, and that should get them down to 2 hearts as far as I'm concerned with the creative world that I've tested it in, at least. So we'll end up doing something along these lines here. We'll also only bring this path up a little bit more and drop them down so they don't take too much damage. If they take 1 heart damage, I'm actually not, half a heart damage, I'm not upset, because, as I say, we did need 2 hits before. I'm going to go and do a bit of that stuff there, guys. I'm going to get that all hooked up. Also, I am going to get in these lights at some stage so we can switch this off and on. And that's a little bit more work because we're going to have to go down to the bottom, hook them up like we did before, and there's a few different things that we have to do. Oh, you know why that skeleton didn't come up here? I can actually show you what's going on. How the hell did you hit me, skeleton? Oh. Actually, you might be a good test dummy if you don't die on me. Do that. Push him. Okay. No. How are you walking? How is the skeleton walking upstream? Okay, well, we'll just go down. So, before, remember, we had it coming up here, and it was just popping up very close. But I thought I'll take it a bit further back. We'd come over here, and we have to do this little bit of a squiggle before we go up. And the reason for that is because we can't come up directly behind it. Yeah, we can't come up directly behind it because we've got all this redstone. So I decided I'll push it up one more. And, oh, I thought I was falling down the main hole there. Yeah, and then we'll just pull them up and move them over again, which I think will work quite well. I hope it'll work quite well. So what I said I'll do, guys, is I'll get this stuff going. I'll reply to DT Minecrafter. I will see what Box of Candies is up to. And who knows when I'll be back, but I'll be back. Alrighty, guys, we are back. We've managed to do quite a bit of stuff here, so I want to quickly show you. Now, ignore the mess of the ladders and all of that. But right now, man, I messed up. I guess this is an opportunity to show you the bottom here. So I've got a few torch towers going up here, redstone torches, of course. Just going to the top there so that we can power up all the lights inside of our farm so we can switch it off and on whenever we do want to. So let's just run up here quickly. We'll check out this area right around here. Might just, yeah, we're almost there. We're almost there. Alright, so that is our little room which we had before. I'm going to do this quickly before we start this thing up because this will be the first voyage of it. Maiden voyage. I don't know if this is what you would call maiden voyage. But there we go. We want them to fall down there. We're going to have to make a little bit of a solution over here to get the stuff. So for now, we'll just put in one of those. You can face it into that block. We're going to get rid of it eventually. But any items that fall there, well, they should get picked up. Perfect. Alright, so let's get this thing going. We can have a look inside and we can also activate it, I guess, would be the word. Okay, we need to get some space. We don't need those. So we'll do something along these lines here. And what do I have in this? Nothing of too much value. Alright, we can get rid of that. We'll just break it. Don't know if that was a good idea or not, but that's alright. So we've got a few things that I've done over the past little bit here. We've put in all of these. I've also got to fix the roof up at some stage. That hasn't been done. And around here, let's just break that so that the light from outside doesn't come in. Alright, so these can now be switched on and off, and they also are installed. The other thing is that we have, in the meantime as well, fixed up a little solution on the top of the little drop shaft thing there. I'll have to show you that. So let's just go up here, break that, and replace these. So it was one of them. Yep. There, and there. So if you guys were wondering, I did finish off the last clip saying I don't know when I'll be back, and I was actually quite right. I actually am back the next day. So that's quite an interesting thing, I guess. Oh, for a second I thought I was about to hit water. There should be water up here somewhere. And I really don't like water and redstone meeting. There we go. Came very, very close. So what's happening here is I heard a skeleton somewhere. Must be a wild spawn skeleton. Let's just go back up here again. So over here, as they come up, I'll just quickly just hold space. As they come up, they'll be holding space. Obviously, if it was them, they'll fall in there and they'll get pushed. So the way I did that was using that little furrow there where we pushed in either direction. So that was a very easy fix, because if you could have seen what I was going to do, if I'd put the sign here with just a block there, it just pushes them there, not down that way. So we have to get them to go diagonally, and that seemed to work quite well. So let's just light that up. We can leave that area. Actually, no, we won't leave that area open. That's very dumb. We'll close that area off before we start this thing up. So we'll do that. And as I say, this is the very first try of this farm. So we'll do that. Maybe have a little sneak peek in. The lights should be off now. Good. We're in range, so we should see some spawning. It might just be because we could be hitting like a mob cap somehow or something like that. So we'll give it a little bit of time. Let's hit there. It's only us on. Weird. Let's just wait a little bit. I know the spawners do behave a little bit differently when we are in normal difficulty compared to hard, which I'm used to. So let's just wait around here and see what happens. Oh, there we go. Perfect. All right. So I was about to actually say maybe we can cut, but no need for that. So we'll do that and we'll just wait. So I'm really, really excited to get this going, because a large amount of the stuff we're going to be building in our base and stuff now is going to be to do with this thing. Another thing, which I think could be actually kind of cool, is while... Okay, I don't know where that thing's dying. In there. Interesting. Let's check what happens to the next one. They shouldn't be dying. You know what? Actually, I think I know what's... Yeah. Let's switch this on. I think I know what's happening there. So I'll fix this up and I'll be back. Alrighty, so we should have a few heading up the tubes soon enough. What I decided to do to fix that up was, because I remembered I actually put in... Oh, let's check if we can beat them before there. I actually put in this block over here, I think was one block. I hope that was the case. We can actually wait and see, because they're all getting stuck over here. Goes out nicely. Perfect. Hey, you get in there. There we go. Cool. Crisis averted. Alright, so we'll have to work this out. Can put one... Alright, maybe what we'll do is we'll test out the grinder. Let's do this. Why aren't they taking damage? That's kind of interesting. Let's just wait and see what happens. Yeah, no damage at all. Let's just kill these guys. Put this one more down, and then we'll let them fall straight onto the hopper. Maybe it's got something to do with that. That their heads just, because they're on the half side, their heads might just not be in that block. So we'll wait for a few more. Okay, come on, give me a few more, please. This is taking forever. Let's check. I can hear them coming. Kind of strange that we've only got one up there and we can't hear any dying right now. Okay, if there's none in the next, like, 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you dead. Okay, good. So that does work. Let's check if we can, just using a piece of redstone. We'll check if we can kill them in 2 hits with this. Okay, that's significantly longer. We'll try with these guys. Alright, so they all do die, so we have to do some tweaks here, obviously. 8 seem to work quite well for me on the creative world, but maybe we'll have to take it down. We'll just... Yeah, we'll have to just maybe do that. Let's give this a try. I think this will be way too short, though. Okay, that worked quite well. We'll do one hit with the sword because we're going to do a sweep attack. Oh, that is perfect. That is exactly where we need it. I'm actually really, really happy with that. That is perfect. We're getting bone blocks. We're getting everything. This is actually going to be a really awesome farm. I'm actually kind of looking forward to this. I'm quite excited for it, actually. I take it these aren't actually there. So this is just a little light trigger on switch there. We'll put a sign there for people when they do come to use it. We'll have to work out a few things to do with this. Maybe, I get the feeling if we do put one of these, we'll have to just kill these guys quick. Like that. I get the feeling that if we do die, if we do this, so we'll do that there, and then we push them, I think they'll push right through the block. So who's out? Oh, they're getting stuck over there. Okay, no, they work. Good. Awesome. Oh, I know why those blocks weren't picking up. There we go. Alright. And we obviously have an auto killer with them in themselves. But yeah, guys, I think that's going to do us for today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys got something out of this. We haven't actually got too much done, but it has taken me quite some time to get this done. And I'm kind of excited to get going on the base. We haven't done much building in here for quite some time. I'll fix up this place. I'll get it looking really, really good. But thank you very much, guys. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.